What is good, YouTube, and welcome back to a brand new video. And today we're back with some more Madden rebuilds, as today we're going to be rebuilding the Chicago Bears. Before we get into this video, I just want to quickly say Spider-Man was freaking lit. But other than that, leave a like on this video, subscribe if you have not already. Only takes 2 seconds of your time, and it's greatly appreciated. But other than that, let's go ahead and start rebuilding the Chicago Bears. So we start off the Chicago Bears with a 78 overall team, and of course when we generate the best lineup, I kind of just want to see what we're working with. So let's go ahead and generate our best lineup, assume everyone's healthy, and this is what we got. So we have Cody Whitehair, we have Daniels, we have Jenkins on the offensive line. So it looks like we have a little bit of, offensive lineman, a 23-year-old right guard. We can work with that. Whitehair, I believe, is a veteran, 29, so that's not too bad. Then Jenkins is a rookie, I believe, 23 years old. There we go. And then we also have Cole Kmet behind Jimmy Graham, which, since Cole Kmet is a star development, I honestly am probably going to roll with him going forward. We have a star development running back at David Montgomery and Damian Williams, so that's pretty nice. And of course, we have Justin Fields. It's been like an on and off game this year with Justin Fields and Andy Dalton, and then we have Allen Robinson on the outside. We have Darnell Mooney, who I like, but then defensively, we have this. We have Roquan Smith, Khalil Mack, who they traded for a few years ago, Eddie Jackson, Jay Johnson, Nichols, Eddie Goldman, and Akeem Hicks. So there's definitely some good parts about the defense. Not too bad. There definitely is some things we can work with there. But for the most part, we are going to have to make some trades, obviously, to improve this team as a whole. And I think the first trade we're going to do is we're probably going to be trading away Allen Robinson, who is on a 1-year deal. And he's a 28-year-old who, honestly, felt like he should have been gone from this team a while ago. But of course, he has stayed. But for now, I think that's going to be one piece we're definitely trading away. And then we'll look at the defense as well in Roquan Smith, which Roquan Smith is 24, so actually we don't have to worry about him. I wasn't sure how old he was. Eddie Jackson, I think everyone, Nichols is 24, not too bad. Eddie Goldman, I believe, is like 29, 30, 27. That's not terrible. And then Akeem Hicks is 31. So maybe we end up trading him as well. We'll see. We're definitely going to make some moves, though, to improve this roster. Try to get some good pieces here to fill out some positions that we definitely need. Today's video is brought to you by Prize Picks. Prize Picks is a DFS player props website that allows you to go over or under on players' projections. You're facing no one in the world but yourself and the numbers. Let me go ahead and show you a few examples of how it works. So on this example, I went for a flex play on Deebo Samuel, Cordell Patterson, Laviska Shenault, and David Johnson, who were all able to hit or go under the numbers, which led to me getting $170. That's just one example. And here's another example where I didn't actually get everyone correct, but I still didn't walk away with nothing. Aaron Jones was able to hit over his fantasy score. Chase Edmonds got over 10 fantasy points, and Mercedes Lewis got under 18.5 receiving yards. But unfortunately for me, DeAndre Hopkins did not get a touchdown in this game. If you do decide to sign up, my link is down in the description below. Use code Crushables. They are offering 100% deposit match up to $100. So the first trade we're going to be making is sending Allen Robinson over to the Cleveland Browns for Grant Delpit, a strong safety with star development, a left tackle with star development, a 3rd round draft pick this upcoming season. We're trading away a 2023 round 3 draft pick in the 2023 season, obviously. And we get rid of Allen Robinson, like I said I was probably going to do. So just like that, Allen Robinson is now gone. We still have a little bit more work to do. So the next trade we're going to be doing is getting Tayshaun Gibson and Akeem Hicks over to the Indianapolis Colts for Michael Pittman, Kenny Moore, and Aryason, another cornerback. So we got 2 corners coming in. So those are the main trades I wanted to make, obviously, to kind of improve the roster. So we got ourselves a brand new Michael Pittman wide receiver. The center spot's going to need an upgrade, but we'll address that probably in the offseason or whatever we may need to do there. And then defensively, we have a lot of good corners now, which is good. So the linebacker core could definitely use some help. Left end is going to, need some improvement. But other than that, I'm pretty satisfied with the moves we made to start this off. So we might make some more moves at the trade deadline, but for now, I feel like those were a good couple moves to start this video off. So at the end of the season, we ended up finishing 9-8, right behind the Green Bay Packers, competing for the division, and we are in the wild card going up against the 14-3 Arizona Cardinals. So not really sure how that's going to work, but I'm happy we got to the playoffs this year. I actually wasn't expecting that, so pretty surprised by that. 9-8, solid, not too bad. We are playing the Arizona Cardinals, like I said. I do want to look at the stats real quick, kind of just see how things went for the season with Justin Fields being our quarterback. There's 34 touchdowns and 9 interceptions. Honestly, a great year from Justin Fields. We'll take that every year if he wants to do that. And rushing wise, David Montgomery had 1,100 yards on the ground. Damian Williams with 200 yards. Justin Fields with 100 yards rushing and 4 rushing touchdowns, and Tariq Cohen with 40 rushing yards. And then receiving wise, Michael Pittman led the way with 1,300 yards, 970 yards from Jimmy Graham. So Jimmy Graham had a pretty good year for us. Darnell Mooney with 9 touchdowns and 800 yards, and then Marquise Goodwin with 800 yards. And then defensively, sacks wise, oh my goodness, Khalil Mack went off. That's what we would love to see. Khalil Mack is definitely a building block of this team. Robert Quinn had himself a good year as well. And then interceptions, we had Grant Delpit with 3, and then Jalen Johnson with 3, Alec Ogletree with 2, and Eddie Jackson with 2. So pretty solid all around. But now, like I said, we do get to play the Arizona Cardinals in the first round. I do want to go ahead and see if anybody's like development has changed. Obviously, we had a couple of hidden development players, see if they did anything crazy. I'm gonna assume Justin Fields is a star. Yeah, so we got our right tackle being a star development. So star developments are starting to blossom. We have a tight end as well who has star development. For some reason, won't let me put him over Jimmy Graham, which is whatever, because Jimmy Graham I think will be a free agent anyway. Damian Williams, Tariq Cohen, and then defensively we have this as Eddie Jackson. I don't think we had any hidden development corners or anything like that, so that's pretty much all the same there. But let's go ahead and see if we can maybe upset the Arizona Cardinals. I highly doubt it, but hey, at least we're here in the first place, as we are going to lose 34-27. But I didn't get my contract extended, which I think Bears fan would be pretty upset if Matt Nagy got his contract extended. Pretty sure a lot of Bears fans want that man gone. I thought he was going to be gone last year, and then they ended up keeping him around. So we're going to go into this offseason, though, with a pretty good future, I would say. So just in case you guys were curious, the Buccaneers did go on to win the Super Bowl against the Kansas City Chiefs, 37-31. Devin White is your Super Bowl MVP. Cliff Kingsbury is your Coach of the Year. Lamar wins MVP. Micah Parsons wins Defensive Rookie of the Year. And then Von Miller won Defensive Player of the Year on the Los Angeles Rams. Okay, now we get into the next stage where we have to re-sign our players. I did not mean to click this season recap again. We pretty much re-signed everybody I wanted to re-sign. We didn't have that crazy amount of free agents, which means next year we'll probably have a ton of free agents to deal with. So I'm not really sure how much cap space we're going to have. It looked like we had 58 million. Not sure if that number is going to jump up or not. Yeah, $58 million in cap space. And like I said, there's really no one here that I'm willing to negotiate with, I don't think. Damian Williams, I mean, we could get Jimmy Graham, but he's a 70 overall now. Damian Williams is a normal dev. We could re-sign Andy Dalton, things like that, but I just don't see us doing that. So we're just going to go straight to free agency day one, and we're going to have to take a look at our roster, kind of see who's gone down in overall. I'm going to assume there's probably some players who went down in overall. $58 million in cap space to spend, though, and I think we could probably, obviously, push that number up with the amount of veterans we have, especially, specifically... Oh, wait a minute. Oh, never mind. That's 2 guys showing. I was like, wait, we have a star development offensive line, but no, we still need a center very badly, so we'll definitely look into that. Defensively, though, it looks like Danny Trevathan just disappeared off the planet of the earth. Actually, I think we might have cut him before the season started, because I noticed Alex Ogletree was the other starter, and then Robert Quinn went down to a 74 overall. So we'll definitely pay attention to some salaries, see what we can do to maybe improve our cap space, but of course, we're going to go into free agency and be pretty aggressive and getting a center, and probably also obviously getting some linebacker help, because that's going to be needed, and a defensive lineman. So to give ourselves some cap space, we're going to be dumping off Robert Quinn to the Miami Dolphins for a 7th round draft pick. Of course, they accept that. That's going to give us a little bit more cap room, because Robert Quinn's cap hit was insane. Releasing him wouldn't have done anything. And then there's one guy I honestly forgot was even here, is Nick Foles. His cap hit kind of kills us as well. I'm not really sure if there would be a single team interested in him, but he did come from Jacksonville, so let's go ahead and send him where he came from. So we'll go ahead and send him off for a draft pick, and just like that, we have $65 million cap space. We improved our cap space a little bit, which is good. So we got a little bit more money to spend in free agency. Feel pretty good about that. So now we go into free agency. We need a center, so I don't think there's any good centers in free agency, though, unfortunately. There would Matt Paredes, Brian Allen, yeah, so nothing there. We need linebackers for sure. So linebackers are going to be important. A defensive lineman is going to be pretty nice as well if we can grab Sebastian Joseph Day, maybe. We do need linebackers, like I said. Devondre Campbell, only normal development would be good, at least for maybe a year. Although we do have a good middle linebacker with star development, so that actually might be something we look for. Dante Hightower is up there in age, so I'm not sure we'd want him. We don't really need a corner, so all right. Basically, you know what would be funny, though, if we signed Devontae Adams from the Green Bay Packers, which we're not going to do that because his cap space would be crazy. I don't want to spend too much free agency this first offseason. I kind of roll it over. Michael Gallup has superstar development. That's actually interesting. We might go for that. Not going to lie. We're going to go ahead and offer Sebastian Joseph Day a contract, though, because I didn't get him last time I wanted him. So I'm going to try to get him this time. Let's see if he would accept this. That's going to give a defensive lineman for us. We did definitely overpay for him, but last time I tried, we didn't get him. We also need Jayon Brown very badly. So I'm going to try to overpay for him as well. See if we can get him. Jayon Brown, 100 total point offer. And just like that, we're the #1 offer for both those guys. Michael Gallup also is very interesting to me because we could use another wide receiver, and he's a superstar development. His cap hit would be 11.5 million. But superstar development is no, let me see if I just offer this straight up. 92 total points is going to be the best offer. So we'll see if we get Michael Gallup. I mean, that would be awesome. I don't think we have a punter either. So we might go ahead and grab Jack Fox, maybe just sign him. If we're not his #1 offer, I'm not going to. Okay, we're not. Okay. Let's go for maybe a little bit more because, you know, we're going to have to flip field position sometimes, right? So 96 total points. And we're going to be his #1 offer. So just like that, we've made 4 offers on the first day of free agency. How lucky would it be if we got all of them? I doubt it, but you never know. Let's see if we can get every single person we just signed a contract to. One person's probably going to reject. It just always happens. Okay. And we got we only got 2 people. We got Sebastian Joseph Day. I really needed the middle linebacker more than anything. That's so unfortunate. We did get a defensive lineman, I guess. We didn't get Michael Gallup, and we did get a punter. Okay, I feel so good about myself now. Well, we have more work to do. We got a defensive lineman, but that's about it. The next move we're going to be making is sending Eddie Goldman to the Los Angeles Chargers for Kazir White to be our new middle linebacker. So that was just a little bit more that I wanted to do to, you know, upgrade the linebacker spot. But the rest of our acquisitions are going to have to come via trade. Free agency is kind of dry right now. The only good free agent left is Devontae Adams, which not really interested in doing that. We do need a third wide receiver as well, though, to be honest with you. But we got ourselves a good, you know, middle linebacker. We still need a right outside, still need a left end, and still need a center. And I guess I'll probably use free agency to sign a wide receiver. But other than that, rest of the acquisitions are going to come via trade. So the one thing we are going to be doing is trading for the first pick in the NFL draft to draft a stud defensive lineman that I know we're going to be able to grab with the first pick overall in the draft. So that's one trade we're going to be making, like I said, in order to draft a stud defensive lineman. And then we're going to be trading our 2nd round pick and our 3rd round draft pick for Ryan Kelly to immediately be an upgrade at our center position because we definitely needed one. So like I said, we traded for the #1 overall draft pick for this reason only. We're going to be grabbing, of course, the right end here, who is an absolute stud. Coming straight out, he is a hidden development player that absolutely becomes a beast in this game. I've drafted him once before, but he definitely was the guy I wanted, which is the reason why I traded for this #1 pick. But just like that, that was our one move in the NFL draft. Now we're out of here. So this will be the roster going into season number 2. Nothing great, but we are definitely on the right path, I would say. Michael Pittman, I did sign Traquan Smith in free agency just to be the 3rd wide receiver for now. Tyreek Cohen and David Montgomery. Justin Fields obviously in the way. We have a tight end with star development, a good offensive line with all-star development, and then defensively, this is what it looks like now. We still need a right outside linebacker, don't get me wrong, but for the most part, everything looks pretty good, and I would imagine this team could make the playoffs again, but we'll have to kind of wait and see what happens. Let's go ahead, start simulating season number 2 with this brand new looking roster, and hopefully this team once again can make the playoffs. And then once we get in the next offseason, that's where we should be able to build the Super Bowl team. So this year we went 9-8 once again, but this year we actually won our division because our division was pretty bad. The Green Bay Packers were only 9-8, and I guess we had the tiebreaker over them, which is good. Like I said, 9-8 again on the season, and we're in the playoffs once again, and we're not even close to where we want to be. So the fact that we made the playoffs twice in a row, I think is good for Bears fans to see. Obviously, sometimes this team can't even make it, so it's a good thing to have them in the playoffs twice in a row. And we beat Green Bay week 18, which we all know Chicago and Green Bay very much don't like each other. So let's go ahead and take a look at the stats before we go into these playoffs. And like I said, our cap space going into this offseason is going to be great as well. Justin Fields has been absolutely great as a quarterback in this game, and I'm glad that he is our quarterback. And rushing wise, 1,200 yards from David Montgomery, 13 touchdowns. Tyreek Cohen with only 200, Fields with 187. Receiving, Michael Pittman and Darnell Mooney had themselves some great year, 11 and 8. And then defensively, let's see what happened here as we had 3 interceptions from Jalen Johnson, and then sacks wise, Khalil Mack was 17, absolute beasting it up out there. Trevson Gibson, 6 sacks. I believe we might have actually, no, we just signed him. Okay, never mind. I wasn't sure where he came from. And then Kayvon, I don't know how to say this guy's last name, but he is a superstar development already. This man, look at this man. He's an absolute freaking crazy man. Sebastian Joseph Day, 4.5 sacks. So pretty solid year. I'm not really sure if we're going to like win the Super Bowl this year or anything. I don't even know if we're going to win the first round. We're playing the New York Giants. So guess it's possible. Simulating next week. Let's see if we can get into the divisional round. And we are. So we beat them 26-24 in a very close game. Now we get to play the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, who are obviously a team that just won the Super Bowl. So this is going to be a tough matchup for us, but it'll definitely be excited to see how we match up. So simulating into the NFC Championship, 87 overall defense, and we are going to beat the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. We're playing the 9-8 Los Angeles Rams. I was not expecting to be in the NFC Championship so far. And guess who we don't have to play? The Dallas freaking Cowboys. It's a great day when you don't have to play them because they are OP in Madden. So I'm so glad we were able to beat them. Can we get to the Super Bowl already, though, at 9-8? I don't know, man. It's possible. Let's go ahead and see if we can beat the Los Angeles Rams and get to the Super Bowl similarly next week. Come on, Madden. Come on. And we lost 28-20. That's so upsetting. But we got to the NFC Championship. Very, very, very unfortunate. Very unfortunate that happened. I thought for sure we had a Super Bowl in our bag. We were at home for that game too, and we slipped up. But like I said, we have a chance of making this team even better. That's the scary part. We can make this team even better. So let's get to that. So I know one obviously position we need to improve is the outside linebacker spot, but other than that, we have star development everywhere. The only other thing that obviously could be upgraded is potentially the wide receiver room, and Tyreek Hill is available. And we have a lot of cap space, so $35 million. This would be our Super Bowl move, I would say. So we're going to go ahead and try to get Tyreek Hill to be our brand new wide receiver, and that's just going to give Justin Fields more help, and that's going to give us 97 total points. But I want to get this man and make sure I get him. Like I said, I have so much cap space that I really don't need to use it all. This is going to be the last season anyway, so we're just going to go for it. Cap hit's going to be 20 million. I just overpaid for Tyreek Hill. You better accept this. Like, that is the best offer on the table, and then hopefully we get Zadarius Smith as well. So if we get those two players, I'll feel good about the potential of a Super Bowl run next year. Come on. Come on, Madden. You know you want to give me both of these guys. Zadarius Smith didn't even have an offer, and Tyreek Hill, we gave him a really good offer. And just like that, baby, 89 overall offense, 89 overall defense, or 88 overall defense, I should say. So just like that, we got ourselves a linebacker from our division rival in the Green Bay Packers, which is always good. So now we can look at our final lineup going into the Super Bowl year potentially. We have Tyreek Hill, Darnell Mooney, and Michael Pittman's up to a superstar as well, which is a W. And Darnell Mooney, of course, third wide receiver. David Montgomery, Tyreek Cohen. This is the offensive line. Cole Kmet, tight end. And defensively, we need to move Zadarius Smith. I was about to say, what are we doing? We got to move Zadarius Smith to the other outside linebacker position. That way we don't have Khalil Mack and Zadarius Smith playing the same spot, okay? As long as this loads. So move him to right outside. And boom, just like that, the defense is going to look fantastic. So this, the offense we already looked at, and then defensively, that's what I'm talking about, baby. This is going to be a team that has potential of going on to win the whole thing. So hopefully that is the case, and we can do just that. We were very close last year with the improvement we just made. I have all the confidence in the world. We're definitely going to be in the playoffs. We should be in the Super Bowl too. So this season we ended up going 10-7. We did not win our division though, but at least we did make the playoffs, I guess. That's a little bit of a W in itself, but unfortunately, we didn't obviously win the division. I would have rather have won the division, had a home game. But we lost to Minnesota. It looks like the last game of the week. So it looks like we were kind of playing for our division right there. Unfortunate, but it's just the way the cookie crumbles sometimes. And if we take a look, Justin Fields, 39 touchdowns, 16 interceptions. Still another good year from him. 1,300 yards from David Montgomery, 13 touchdowns. Receiving, Tyreek Hill, 1,500 yards. Michael Pittman, 900. Then Darnell Mooney with 10, 12, and 9. So it looks like Fields was dishing out. And then Cole Kmet had 700 yards as well. And defensively, let's go ahead and take a look at this, as we had 14.5 sacks from Khalil Mack, Jerry Smith with 8, Sebastian Joseph with 8, and then 5 from Kayvon. And then interceptions, we had 4 from Roquan Smith. And then did we have any defensive touchdowns to worry about? We did not. Okay. All right, here we go, man. I'm a little nervous here, not going to lie, to be eliminated in the first round. Definitely wouldn't want that to happen. But you never know. So when you're next week against the San Francisco 49ers at their house, and we are going to beat them 27-21. So we are into the next round and playing an 10-7 New York Giants team, which is an 80 overall team. So I mean, our overall is a lot better. That doesn't always mean anything though. And we got ourselves Kayvon upgrading even more. So I mean, we have a chance here. That's all you can want. So can we get to the NFC Championship again after beating the Giants? Let's see. And no, we lost 26-23. Damn, super unfortunate. Okay. you know what? At least we got to the NFC Championship today. I feel pretty good about that. Would have been really nice to get there again, but unfortunately came up short to the New York Giants, and this was the final roster we put together. Actually, I feel like I'm getting pretty good at these Madden rebuilds, to be honest with you. So I feel pretty good. I think I'm having a little bit of a better strategy before. Like, usually I'd go into the Madden rebuilds and like just absolutely blind on what I'm doing. And now I feel like I have an understanding of it. So I hope you guys have enjoyed these videos so far. It's been a lot of fun doing some Madden. I think I like football a lot, so stuff has been fun. Thank you guys for watching. Leave a like if you enjoyed it. This is Crushables 2 saying peace. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you click here to watch another video that I know you'll love.